going to be doing is a review on my 2021 Yamaha MT03 in Storm Fluo Gray and Matte Black with the orange wheels. So to start off, this does start at $45.99 MSRP off the showroom floor. However, a con to that price is if you're getting off the showroom floor, you're going to pay dealer fees, import fees, and build fees, because the bike is going to be imported from Japan. Dealership legally has to build it themselves and go through all the inspection sheets and stuff like that. And then obviously you're going to get dealership fees on top of that. But regardless of that, this is still super cheap and super affordable off the showroom floor. Let's get into some pros and cons of it. Pros: this is the perfect beginner bike. Absolutely perfect. Here, let me open up my listing real quick. So this is a 321cc twin turbo, or sorry, not twin turbo, 321cc twin cylinder liquid cooled motor that makes about 37.1 horsepower, which I've actually heard they make a little bit more, somewhere closer to 44 horsepower, and about 20.2 foot-pounds of torque. And according to the pamphlet, it says that it's estimated it gets about 56 miles per gallon. Obviously it depends on, you know, how you're riding and stuff like that, but it gets really good gas mileage for what it is. I pay about $9-10 bucks to fill up the tank, and this is my daily commuter at the moment. As you guys can see, I got about 1,300 miles on it, and you know, I've only had to fill it up quite a few times, maybe 4 or 5 times I want to say, maybe a little bit more, I don't know. But let's see. So seat height, I'm pretty short myself. I am 5'9", and I have a 30-inch inseam for my pants. The seat height, I believe, is 30.7 inches. Yep. And I can flat foot this bike perfectly fine. You'll see when we get to stops, I don't tiptoe, I don't tilt. I can flat foot the bike perfectly fine. It's not absolutely absorbed into my crotch. It's very good seat height, one of the lower ones compared to the other bikes in this same category. You know, the Kawasaki Z400, CBR 300. You know, it's actually pretty similar to Honda Grom's height. And the KTM Duke is going to be a lot higher. So it's a very low seat height, especially if you're if you're a short person or short-legged. But yeah, one thing with it being a low seat height, you do have KYB inverted forks. There's no adjustability on them, but they are 37.3 millimeters if I remember correctly. I'll throw up the information right here on the screen. You do have 4 adjustable preload settings on your rear shock. No adjustability in height, however you can always go aftermarket with that. Another pro is, you know, it's super lightweight. I think it comes in right under 400 pounds, around 373 if I remember correctly. And it's super maneuverable and super lightweight. I could basically lift this thing up off the ground and move it, no issues, in tight spaces and stuff like that. It's ergonomics, like the tank right here, it has these deep cut I guess inserts for your legs, you know, to maneuver the bike easier, which makes it really easy to just get in and out of traffic, weaving in and out, especially with, you know, how peppy this little thing is. You'll get in and out of traffic no problem. Let's get a little bit of riding right here so you guys can see how the bike performs. Now, just so you guys do know, I only have an exhaust on this, no tune, no intake. is what it is. People who say it is what it is definitely dangerous people. But the clutch is very forgiving. It's very easy to ride for beginner riders. I believe it is a multi-puck wet clutch, if I remember correctly. Very forgiving, very easy to pull, as you can see, and the bite point is super easy to find. I see absolutely no issues with somebody who's, you know, hopping on this as their first bike. This is my first bike, and I've become very comfortable with it very quickly, with no issues whatsoever. Like I said, it's very easy to maneuver, very lightweight. As you can see, I can just throw this thing wherever it wants to go, wherever I want to go, and I'm in and out of traffic. So it comes in a stylish, as you guys know, naked body bike. It has it's an R3 with no body panels. Obviously it has a different front, you know, headlight, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just got this very beautiful, gorgeous, naked bike look. It doesn't have one of those big, huge, bulky headlights in the front of the bike, and it just has this very aggressive styling. I think Yamaha knocked it out of the ballpark with this bike for sure. You know, you're gonna get what you pay for. Another thing with this bike is when you're riding on the streets, and even though this basically has just slightly more power than, you know, your typical Grom or scooter or whatever, it actually looks, feels, and sounds like an actual sports bike. You know, I get some pretty aggressive gurgles and pops out of my Leo Vinci exhaust. Sounds good, looks good. I get compliments on it all the time. Always have people taking pictures and videos of me on the streets and stuff like that. It's just a very good looking bike overall, and you know, it doesn't look too squished or too elongated like some of the other bikes in the category, like the KTM Duke 390. It kind of has that really, really long, like supermoto kind of feel, and the Kawasaki Z400 is just so squished and like tiny. It almost looks like the Z125, its little brother. So this bike has about the right size of kind of what a 600 would look like a naked 600, but with, you know, less power, more affordable, and, you know, just more enjoyable power. And even though this thing's a 300, it'll keep up with those 600s on your curves and stuff like that. Obviously you won't get them on the straightaway, but this thing will keep up with your R6, with your Z600s, with your CBR 600s and stuff like that. This bike will get up to speed, and it'll stick with those riders. What else do we got? I'm gonna go ahead and say some bad things about the bike. So I do want to point out how bad the brakes are from factory. These front brakes almost feel like wooden blocks squishing the rotor. Like there's almost no bite to it, and it almost feels like it's not grabbing. So a lot of the times I have to use downshifting and rear brake to slow down the bike along with the front brake. However, I know a quick, you know, $10 brake flush or brake fluid flush can solve that issue, along with some upgraded brake pads, which are about 50 bucks. And that it is on my to-do list. It's not my main priority, but you know, you can fix that for real cheap. Another thing is the super long twist on the throttle tube, which is another quick thing you can change out. One second. Ooh, this wind feels nice. It's hot outside today. But what was I saying? Yeah, the throttle tube. So as you guys can see, I'm gonna, all that right there is just playing the throttle where it doesn't want to go, and then this is full open throttle. I have to put my arm all the way down lot of people do is they do the R6 throttle tube mod, which you just get an R6 throttle tube, throw it on there. It'll fix your throttle, like, okay, go. As I was saying, getting the R6 throttle tube or an aftermarket throttle tube will help with the snappiness of the bike, how fast it like decides to get that power there, and just shorten your overall throttle like twist. Obviously it can get quite annoying when you have to, you know, like pull your wrist all the way down. So yeah, as you guys can see, I'm using a lot of rear braking here to slow myself down. I don't prefer the front brake, but you know, if I have to, I have to. That's all I really have to say about the bike. You know, it's very enjoyable, very fun. I don't think I'll get tired of it anytime soon. Like I said, I've been riding this for 1,300 miles now and I'm still not bored of it. And it just looks really good. So overall, for this being my first bike, I'm very happy with it. I would suggest you guys get one too. I'm never gonna, you know, talk bad on a Yamaha. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what you want to see next. I do plan on doing more moto vlogs. I did get a new audio visual set up for my helmet, as you guys can tell through this video. We got the GoPro Hero 8 with the media mod and a Purple Panda dead cat mic. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the quality of it. I know it may not be perfect, but it's the start. And as we improve the channel, I will be improving the quality of the videos, quality of the editing, quality of the sound, and stuff like that. But really do hope you guys are enjoying everything I'm putting out recently. And I want to thank you guys all once again for 1,000 subscribers, because I wouldn't have made it here without you guys. And from here on is when I start my YouTube career, and that's what I really want to be doing, rather than driving to work on a Thursday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. When I'd rather be pushing out content like this for you guys. Woo! Hit this turn, baby. Look at that. 65 taking this turn like nothing. This bike leans, man. This bike leans. Bike cop. I don't even think he really paid attention to me. He was too focused on that traffic stop. He wouldn't have heard me either. My exhaust isn't that loud. I do plan on straight piping this, by the way, though.